How's everyone doing? I thought I'd just take some time out of the stream this morning to show you some of the ways that I warm up within Valorant and some of the ways that you can practice your aim to improve and be more consistent within your games. So outside of the game, before I start, I always make sure that I drink plenty of water and I work out and stretch before I start playing games to maintain a healthy body and, to be honest, a bit of a consistent body so you're feeling the same way every day when you wake up. So to get into the stuff in-game, this is on the shooting range that's built into Valorant. I always start off with a little easy bots just to get the consistency within my aim, make sure I'm going to the right places before I get into the ways that I really like to train. So if you just start off, let the bot spawn, flick your crosshair to their heads and take them out as they spawn. It is quite slow, you can move up to medium if you're a bit more of an experienced player, but for new people starting out, this is going to give them the time to move their crosshair over to the heads, get that consistent muscle memory, and eventually build up their flicks and be able to do it a little bit faster. So once I've completed that and my aim's feeling pretty consistent, I'm shooting where I need to be, flicking accurately, I move on to eliminate 100. I set the bot's armor to on and the spawn style to strafe. Once I've done that, just start it up. Then what I do that's a little bit different from some other people that practice this way is I move over to this portion of the shooting range. This gives me a much more in-game type scenario. The distances vary, but the field of view is a lot narrower than when you're standing at the front of the shooting range. This allows for more accurate scenarios. These are the kind of field of views you're going to be aiming in. Out of the 3 maps we currently have on the beta, there's nothing that's disgustingly wide. So this is where I come. Then, same as before, you just want to take your time, shoot the bots in the head, and yeah, hit all 100, warm it up, do it as many times as you feel necessary until you're accurate. The strafing is what's going to be more challenging, so if you're a beginner starting out, you can take the strafe off. But yeah, just hit them through, shoot the heads, and get warm. So once you've done that enough times, you can move on to a little bit of hard mode training. This is for the more experienced players or someone looking to give themselves a challenge for consistent improvement. So when you whack it onto hard mode and you hit start, the bots are going to spawn very quickly within a small cone of vision. So you're going to want to train this, see what kind of scores you get. Trust me, when you start out, it's going to be like 4, 5, 6 maybe. As you improve, in between 10 and 20. Even the pro level players that I see playing very rarely get more than 20. So do this, track your aim, see how you're doing, and write it down so you can get a field of consistent improvement. You can see how you're getting better within your aim. So then to the warm-up that I choose to do for snipers and for pistols, I switch it to eliminate 50. I choose to take the strafe style off. Then I start it up, and what I'm going to be looking to do here is locate where the bot is, move to the side, and then just focus on my flicks for the sniper. And I'm going to do this on 50 instead of 100 because it takes a lot longer than you would realize with the sniper. Always aiming away from them and flicking in as to emulate holding an angle within a game. And then I will run this back again on pistol, focusing again, just shooting the heads, setting to strafe for this one typically, and just focusing on the movement, moving around a lot in between shooting. Pistol rounds is a lot of movement, a lot of rotations, retaking a sights, taking sights and attacking sides, so this is what I choose to do for this one. So next up, just across from the shooting range, you have this target where you can adjust the distance it is from you. I use this to practice the spray control within Valorant. Now, unlike CSGO, it is slightly different. The vertical part of the spray is always consistent to the same height, and when it reaches its peak, the horizontal spray is different every time, so there's an inconsistency there. So I personally don't spray past the point of about 10 bullets, because that's when it reaches its peak. So I'll stand here, practice spraying about 10 bullets at all different distances, aiming to get it within that center circle, utilizing this at further distances, and just practice spraying about 10 bullets, trying to keep it a really tight frame. Change the distance, clear it up, and just work on your consistency within bullets there. That one was a little wild, so I'd clear it up, practice again, getting it always within that center circle. Change it up, and work through the distances as you feel fit. You've also got this bot on the right that will calculate the damage numbers if you would spray someone from that distance. So you can use this guy as well. If you're feeling particularly consistent with your spray, try it out on the bot, see if you'd have killed him. Obviously with the Vandal, consistent one-hit headshot at any range. But if you practice in other weapons like your Phantoms, like your SMGs, you'll see that consistency there. Then moving over to the aerial dock portion of the shooting range that I like to call it. This is where I'm going to work on what we call spray transfer. That's moving between two different enemies, starting your spray on one, quickly whipping your aim over to the other, and getting that kill as well. Obviously, as I said, this is tougher in Valorant as there's a slight inconsistency with later sprays, so you really want to try and get that kill within the first sort of 15 bullets. So I'll come over to these two little targets in the air here, start my spray on the one, and flick it over to the other. And I'll focus on doing that as fast as possible, getting a consistent flick to the other, killing them both as rapidly as I can. In between the spore times, the little bots in the background are great for just practicing your spray control at distance as well. So once you're happy with all of those, I tend to do my training for about half an hour to an hour every day, practicing the things that I feel I've been inconsistent in within my previous games in the day, and I just work those through. If you're brand new starting, you can take as much or as little time as you need doing this. You could spend hours aim training if you want, but what I will say is there's no better practice than just playing the games itself, experiencing the scenarios as and when they happen, and improving that way. So if you have enjoyed the video, I stream on twitch.tv at 4 PM every single day, GMT. Please come across, drop us a follow, show some love. If you have any more questions about Valorant or about improving within the game or just want to have a chat, come into the chat, say what's good. But for now, hope everyone has a good day. Deuces.